He watched her for a moment before her eyes finally left the words before her and met his.
What?
We need to talk.
Now?
Yeah, it can't wait. He sat down beside her and gently took the book from her hands, careful to mark the page she was on before placing it on the end table. Disturbing her reading was dangerous territory, and the Mad M was on full display. She glared at him, arms folded in on themselves.
You've been acting strange all night. What's going on?
Patience and sympathy were not her strong points. His actions were clearly testing the realms of both. Suddenly his chest was tight again. He had to force himself to breathe. I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I don't think I'm being fair to you. This was not what she expected.
Fair about what?
I don't ever want to get married again. He watched the M fade with the surprise of his words. She drew a gulp of air and quickly looked away to hide the emotion.
You don't ever want to get married again? Or you just don't want to marry me?
It's not you. I care for you more than you'll ever know.
You care for me?
The M was back with ferocious vengeance.
Well, yeah.
Maybe that was a poor choice of words.
I mean, you know I love you, right?
Oh, don't even! She pushed him out of the way so she could stand and pace. Don't what?
Don't come in here with this line of crap.
He looked bewildered.
You care about me, but you don't want to get married ever? After 8 months together, all you can say is you care about me? What am I, your buddy?
No. He took a nervous step back and unceremoniously plopped back down on the couch.
I'm supposed to be your girlfriend.
You are, but...
But what?
I don't know. He spoke honestly.
Well, you're the one who started this whole conversation.
I know.
So what are you trying to say?
I guess, maybe, I'm trying to say I'm not ready for a commitment. He looked up at her pleadingly.
Maybe I am. Maybe that's what I thought we already had.
I can't go through another divorce like the last one.
I'm not your ex.
I know. She sat down in the chair on the far side of the room, holding her head in her hands. Time seemed to have stopped. After an eternity, or maybe only a few seconds, she lifted her head and stared at him. He was the first man she'd loved, truly and utterly loved, in years. And they were building a life together. At least, she thought they had been building something together until a few moments ago.
So what do we do now?
She asked. I don't know. It just feels like you want more than I can give.
Will you ever be able to give more?
He shook his head. I don't think so. She hadn't cried when he walked out the door with his overnight bag in hand. She was too strong for that, and too proud. Her tears would come later, when she was alone, if they came at all. And he would never know of them. She would never share her pain with him. She'd never cry on his shoulder again. He'd never run his fingers through her hair and soothe her pain away. All that was over now. Somehow it had gone terribly wrong. He hadn't wanted to leave tonight. He wanted to explain that he loved her and wanted to build a life together. He'd wanted to tell her he was afraid. Afraid of the complications of marriage. Afraid of the hurt he'd suffered before. Afraid of losing her. But he hadn't said any of those things. He'd left her thinking that he didn't love her, and that he wanted to end what they had together. How could any human being be so stupid? Maybe he could win her back. But how? Flowers? No. This was way too big for flowers. Groveling was required here. Epic groveling on a major scale. He'd start first thing in the morning. He'd make things right if it was the last thing he did. He never saw the red light or the delivery van, but he heard the crashing of the metal and felt the window cut his face.